Hello everyone, my name is Rodorenn and you're watching the Minecraft Guide for Beginners, the tutorial series on YouTube for new and returning players to Minecraft 1.16. In this episode, we are solving a problem. Our problem is that we are getting closer to killing the end dragon and we only have 2 stacks of rockets. That's a big issue here because we're going to need lots and lots of rockets for when we get our elytra so we can fly around and do all of our exploration and flying things. So as you can see, I've reserved some slots in this chest for gunpowder, but I don't have an easy way of getting gunpowder other than killing creepers. So in this episode, we are going to go ahead and we're going to build ourselves a mob farm. It's not going to be the super most efficient mob farm out there, but it is going to allow us to passively farm gunpowder, rotten flesh, bones, you know, all the stuff that hostile mobs drop. And the way it's going to work is that we're going to be building a big tower that has 4 8x8 spawning platforms, and it's going to be channels in between each pad or platform with a water stream pushing mobs to a central drop, which is going to drop them about 25 blocks onto a set of hoppers, which are going to collect the item drops from when the mobs die and route them into a chest. So let's, oh, it's like we haven't mowed the lawn in a while. Let's go ahead and take care of that. So now we need to go ahead and we need to find some place to tuck this build where it's not going to be sticking out like a sore thumb. And now I don't mind that it's not close to the main base. In fact, I would actually appreciate it being away from the main base. So I'm thinking top of that mountain up there looks like a good spot. Now don't be alarmed when you hear the zombies growling because I have trapped 2 zombie villagers down here. And that's going to be the start of our villager breeder in a future episode. So make sure you hit the subscribe button if you want to check out some villager tutorials in the future. But for now, let's take a walk up to here and let's go ahead and check. Ooh, I hear a spider. And check on this spot up here for feasibility for building ourselves a little bit of a mob spawning farm. Now, as I said before, this is not going to be super efficient. A couple problems we're going to have is that we have nothing to force the mobs into the kill path, which means that it's gonna basically the mobs are gonna have to pathfind into the water of their own free will. So let's see, I've reserved a spot for the Nether Hub watchtower. So let's go ahead and keep climbing this mountain and see if we can find a better location that hasn't already been reserved. And as I was saying, this farm's not going to be super efficient. Multiple reasons. Slow mob removal is going to be one of the reasons. We're not doing a perimeter. We're going to be triggering mob spawns in underground caves and caves within this mountain here. So we're going to have slow rates, but you know, it's going to allow us to just have gunpowder and other drops just kind of trickle in over time. And that's going to allow us to build up a good store of gunpowder because I can just simply AFK when I'm not playing and let the farm run indefinitely, and we're just gonna like stuff's just gonna trickle in. So now I'm seeing here this little spot here looks perfect to me. Let's go ahead and get our did we bring our picks? We did, but it's running a little low on durability here. So let's go ahead and just kind of flatten some space out here. A little crunchy from the snow, but that's okay. So what basically we want to do is we want to have a 2x2 space that the mobs are going to fall on, and that's going to be where our hoppers are going to be, and they're going to run out into chests on either side. So there'll be a spot here for a double chest and a spot here for a double chest, and each of these hoppers will point into that double chest. We'll probably expand the storage system by angling some chests and hoppers down into the mountain a little bit, but that's not going to be necessarily today's deal. So what we're going to do here is we're going to get rid of this snow here, and we're gonna grab our first stack of stone, and I'm actually gonna turn on the my replay mod and start recording, and we're gonna build up this first part of the farm as a time lapse. And I'm bringing you guys back to tell you how the farm's gonna work when the first part of it's already built. Okay, and we are done with the basic rough shape of the farm. So the way this farm is going to work is I'm going to put another row of blocks over top these walls here, and I'm going to completely wall it off. It's going to bring the light level inside the farm down to 0, which means mobs can spawn regardless of the time of day. So because I've built a too high gap between the top of these spawning pads and the ceiling, means that we're only going to get zombies, skeletons, and creepers. We're not going to get endermen spawning. We'll probably get witches too, which is not going to be a bad thing. A little bit of redstone isn't going to hurt anything. And what's going to happen is these mobs are going to spawn here. Well, obviously we'll get spiders. Ugh. I mean, I could put carpeting down up here to kind of prevent spider spawns, but I think I'll just take the spiders. So the way this is going to work is that mobs are going to spawn in these pads. They're going to mill around until they fall off into here. And now there's going to be water streams that are going to push them, boom, right into this fall chamber, and they're going to fall about 20 blocks and land on top of some hoppers. If the fall damage isn't enough to kill them when they land, we can dig down the hoppers a little bit more and create more of a fall damage for them. So let me get my water out here. Now I only have 7 buckets, so I'm gonna need to run back for more water here, like 1 more bucket. Unless I can go ahead and actually, you know what? Let's do this. Let's break this block, get up here. And we'll break these 3 blocks out. And we'll make ourselves an infinite water source. That way we don't have to keep running back for water and wasting time. So let's go ahead and drop a water source there and there. And that's gonna push mobs right to the edge. And we'll come over here. We'll drop water source there and there. Refill these buckets. Flying leap across, parkour master, and then over to here. So one thing we have to do yet is we have to put trap doors now along these edges so that mobs think they can pathfind over them and then fall off into the water stream. So we'll jump back across, let's go ahead and let's pick up the water and snag the water back up. Go ahead and put that back and put that back. We gotta, oops, looks like we have missed a water block over here. There we go. So now what we gotta do is we gotta run back. I can't remember where I left my dirt pillar. Okay, so now we're in. Oh, that ice appears to have frozen. That's gonna maybe a little bit of a problem here. I'm hoping that once we cover this up, that stops. Otherwise, we'll have to scrap it and build this in a whole new location here. That's a little bit annoying. There, cover those 2 blocks up so you don't have direct sky access and see what happens. See if it freezes again. While we get these trap doors placed. I really don't want to have to put a light source over top of those waters because that might hurt the farm rates. Because then mobs won't spawn on the whole platform. But if the choice is going to be rebuilding this farm at a lower altitude or light sources, I think I'm going to go with light sources. Oh, and that worked out perfectly to a T. Alright, now I need to chop these 2 guys down because they're gonna block mobs from falling in. Hop over to here. And that other cobblestone went for a ride. Alright, so let's go ahead now and let's cover this thing up. And I'll use my camera account to check to make sure that the water's not freezing again once we get this covered. So this is gonna take a little bit, so I'm just gonna go ahead and cross my arms, close my eyes, nod my head, and poof! You're gonna be taken to when this farm is built. Okay, and the roof is done. The farm is enclosed, and we should be good to go. Now, I said, not 100% positive this design works anymore. So I'm gonna kind of just jump over to here, take the Dirt Express back down, and we'll work on the bottom here. Well, hopefully mobs are falling on our heads. No, I did not think this through. Like, at all, in the slightest. Let's get our this, let's get our that. Double chest. Double chest. Hoppers there, and hoppers there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up and bring my spectator account up into the farm so you guys can see what's going on up there. Well, my guy here is just going to dig himself a little AFK hole. Go 3 blocks down, and we'll just whoop, put him in the dark. In the meantime, I will snap my fingers and bring in the camera account so we can observe the farm in action here. Okay, and we are on with the camera account, and we're seeing what I feared was going to happen, that this was not going to be enough fall damage to kill the mobs. But we are seeing 3 creepers and a skeleton in there. That's very, very promising. And we come up into here, and we have no mobs up in here yet. But let's see if we can see any mobs spawning here. We obviously spawned mobs in here because they fell down, and now mobs could not have walked their way into that farm because it's a 1 block high. 1 block high gap. Mobs can't just wander in there. So we're kind of post up surveillance. I hear a spider hissing, but I don't see where the spider is coming from. I mean, there's no spiders in this here. Let's zoom back up. I mean, oh, there's one on top of the roof. We'll probably want to spawn proof the roof just to help with the rates a little bit. And we'll do some tweaking to the farm here, but I don't see any water freezing, which is a good sign now that it's covered up. And if you're wondering, I do have night vision on my camera account right now, so we can see what's going on inside the farm. Otherwise, this is actually all pitch black in here. Now, those mobs aren't dying, so I'm wondering... Oh, look, it's snowing up here. The snow might actually be a good thing for us, because it might spawn-proof everything. We got 3 mobs down here that are not dying. We have rain/snow coming down. Let's pop back up here one more time. I'm not seeing anything here, so I'm going to switch over to my player account, clear those mobs out, and then maybe lower down those hoppers a little bit to try and get some more fall damage. So 1 second here while I switch characters, and I'll be right back. Okay, so while I'm tweaking this farm, I'm looking at my camera account and noticing that there are creepers spawning inside the farm too. In fact, one that's dropped on my head here died. Did not appear to have dropped anything though. Oh, we got 2 more creepers coming down the pipe here, so let's go ahead and let's give this a watch. Boom. Alright, so he didn't die. That's annoying. But we got 2 gunpowder from the one that did die, so I'm gonna take this down just a little more. Go down to there. Keep an eye on my camera account so I'm not surprised when mobs come flying down. And I apologize for the darkness. I don't have any torches on me to light this area with. Boom, boom. And let's go ahead and drop this in like that. And let's take this down here and clear that. That way we can access here. And we still have a safe spot here where the mobs can't see us. And let's go ahead, let's build ourselves a little staircase out. Oops, that's not the block I wanted to clear out. Go ahead and put that back. Okay, so now we have our loot collection area. Looks like we got a skeleton coming down. I'm not overly excited for skeletons because I have the skeleton spawner farm, but... Ooh, he died. Ooh, yeah, I may need to put 2 hoppers here. Just to collect any loot that falls forward. Arrow bone. And another skeleton coming down the pipe. So it looks like we're getting a good amount. Look, that skeleton's trying hard to not go down. Yep, he's coming. Boom, look at that. Alright, so we got a couple more tweaks to make. I gotta get up there and spawn proof that area. Slabbing this roof. So now that the roof is entirely slabbed, that's going to prevent mob spawning on top of the roof, so we should see a little bit better rate of spawning in our farm now. Oh, not cool. Yeah, take that to the face. It appears I've made an unintentional mob farm underneath my mob farm. So we're gonna need to go and get a bunch of torches and light up the ground out here. And let's see, we got, yeah, of course we got zombies. Yeah, because why not? And we are back from our hour-and-a-half AFK session, and it appears that we have a little bit of work to do on the farm. I noticed that a armored skeleton didn't die in impact, so we might want to lower this down just a little bit and maybe slab over top of these hoppers to prevent the XP bubbles from getting stuck. We do have 8 arrows, 4 bones, and some gunpowder in that chest, and we got a little bit of bones and arrows in this chest, along with some more gunpowder. So we got 4 gunpowder. I mean, since we started this project, we got 12 gunpowder total now, so it's a good little thing. I need to work on a better AFK situation here because it appears that my creeper kind of went boom here because I was tucked in, I think, like right here, and I got back and this was all exposed. So that's definitely not going to work out well. Let's see, I'm not missing any torches at least, so that's a good sign. So I think this is going to wrap her up for this episode. That's all I got time for today. And then to recap in this episode, we built ourselves a it's a hostile mob passive farm, I guess you would call it. There's no active kill mechanisms. It's just literally mobs wandering their way into a drop chute and dying when they from fall damage. So I hope you have enjoyed this episode and found it informative, educational, entertaining. If you did, hit that thumbs up button. Let me know I did a good job. If you're new to the channel, I would greatly appreciate you subscribing so you don't miss out on future videos in the guide series. I also stream over on Twitch. You can find the link in the description down below, and I would love to have you come and hang out with me during one of my live streams. And I will see you all in the next episode. Goodbye.